ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి జేఈఈ అయినా నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.
So now we will discuss about motion of the bodies during upward motion, downward motion, like that. In that situation we have to discuss about some terms regarding this. First one is, what is time of ascent? Time of ascent. Ascent in the sense upwards, descent in the sense downwards. So what is meant by time of ascent? When we can say that it is time of ascent. Time of ascent means the time taken by the body to reach the maximum height, or the time taken by the body, the time interval between starting point and where the velocity of the body becomes zero. Where the velocity of the body becomes zero, that point is called maximum height point. So what is the time taken to reach from projected point to the maximum height point? Maximum height point means where the speed or velocity of the body becomes zero, that point is called maximum height point. And the time taken from point of projection position to the maximum height region is called time of ascent. Time of ascent. So first here, the time taken by the body to reach maximum height from point of projection. This is called time of ascent. The time taken by the body to reach maximum height from the point of projection. So that means, see here let us say this body is projected from this position with velocity u. The body is projected from this position with velocity u. So the body is moving upwards. The body is moving upwards means the body is decelerating, because acceleration due to gravity acting downwards, but the body moving upwards. So that means after a certain time the velocity of the body becomes zero. After a certain time the velocity of the body must be equal to zero. At what position the velocity of the body is equal to zero, that point is called maximum height point. See here, so for example, this is the body, I am projecting from this position. So here I am projecting with certain velocity. So that means it reaches to the certain position and again moves downwards. That means at this position this body temporarily comes to rest and changes its direction. This body projected upwards. So see here, on reaching this position, this body changes its direction. When the body changes its direction, when its velocity becomes zero and again it is acted upon by acceleration due to gravity, then only it is again moving downwards. If there is no acceleration to gravity, whatever is the velocity we can project, the body continuously moves upwards. It never returns. That is the concept. But here we have acceleration due to gravity. Due to that acceleration due to gravity, if we project this, then this body reaches to this position and again moves downwards. That means at what position the body changes its direction, that position is called maximum height. At that maximum height position, velocity of the body becomes zero. So velocity of the body becomes 0. Let us say this is considered as final velocity. Final velocity of the body becomes 0. So here we know the relation initial velocity, we have to project with certain initial velocity and final velocity 0, acceleration is equals to minus g. Why acceleration equals to minus g? Here the body is moving upwards, the body moving upwards. Hello? Evaru? So acceleration equals to minus g because the body is moving upwards. Initial velocity is equals to u, final velocity 0, acceleration is equals to minus g because the body is moving upwards. So, and we have to find out time. Time is considered as, let us say, TA. TA in the sense time of ascent. TA in the sense time of ascent. So, from equation, we know the equation V is equals to u plus at, V equals to u plus at, V equals to 0, u equals to u, A is minus g and T is TA. Just we are substituting these values in this equation. These are the values we know from this relation or from this concept, time of ascent, time taken by the body to reach maximum height. What is considered as maximum height? Where the velocity of an object is 0, that point is called maximum height. See here, u, v, final velocity 0, acceleration is minus g because the body is moving upward direction, T is considered as TA. We know the relation V equals to u plus at. So, from this GTA is equals to u, TA is equals to u by g. This is the time of ascent. Time of ascent is equals to u by g. Velocity of the projection, with what velocity we are projecting, that divided by acceleration due to gravity. So, time of ascent is equals to time of ascent is equals to u by g. Next, what is time of descent? Time of descent, TD, let us say. What is meant by time of descent? Time of descent in the sense, the time taken by the body to reach the ground, the time taken by the body to reach ground from maximum height. So, for example, now here we are projecting this body, this body reaches from ground to the maximum height. Now the body is moving from maximum height to ground again. So, body projected upwards, again it reaches to the ground. So, that means the point of projection to the maximum height, we call it as, from point of projection to the maximum height, we call it as time of ascent. Again, from maximum height to the ground, we call it as time of descent. The time taken by the body to reach the ground from maximum height. The time taken by the body to reach the ground from maximum height. So, that is called time of descent. So, let us say this is the maximum height. From this point onwards, the body is moving downwards. Once the body projected upwards, at certain position, the body changes its direction. Where the body changes its direction, that position is called what? Maximum height. At maximum height, what is the velocity? V equals to 0. While we are projecting from the ground, this is considered as initial velocity. At maximum height, we consider as final velocity. But during downward motion, where we are starting? If the body is moving downward direction, where we are starting? we are starting from maximum height. We are starting from maximum height, and where we are, what is the ending point in this situation? Ground is considered as the ending point. So, in case of time of ascent condition, starting point is ground, ending point is maximum height. That is why initial velocity is, starting point velocity is called initial velocity. So, that is why initial velocity is u and final velocity is v. But in case of time of descent, where we are starting? At maximum height we are starting. So, that is why initial velocity is 0 and finally the body reaches to the ground. Finally, the body reaches to the ground. So, distance travelled by the body is nothing but h. Let us say height, maximum height. So, now in this situation, so again from equation, S is equals to ut plus half a t square. S is equals to ut plus half a t square. So, acceleration of the body is plus g, because acceleration of the body is plus g because the body is moving downward direction. The body is moving downward direction. That is why acceleration is equals to plus g. This is the freely falling body. That is why initial velocity is 0 and final velocity we have. Finally, the body having certain velocity before touching the ground. So, h is in place of s we can substitute h, 0 into t plus half g t square. In place of acceleration we can substitute g. So, h is equals to 0 into t, 0, half g t square. So, 2h by g is equals to t square. So, from this t is equals to under root 2h by g. This is time of descent. If the height of the tower is mentioned in the problem, if the height of the tower is mentioned in the problem, then time of descent is equals to what we can write it as square root of 2h by g. Square root of 2h by g. What is h? Height of the tower. H is the height of the tower. So, now this is time of ascent and the time of descent. So, time of ascent is equals to u by g, time of descent is equals to under root 2h by g. Remember this. Now, next, maximum height. H max. How can you define maximum height? So, time of ascent is considered as the time taken to reach the body from ground to the maximum height, and time of descent, the time taken by the body to reach the ground from maximum height. In that, first of all, what is meant by maximum height? What is meant by maximum height? So, maximum height means if the body projected vertically upwards, the maximum vertical distance travelled by the body before its velocity becomes 0. See here, if the body projected upwards with velocity u, body projected upwards with velocity u. So, after travelling through the certain distance, the velocity of the body becomes 0. After travelling through certain distance, the velocity of the body must become 0. So, let us say on reaching this position, velocity, final velocity, let us say I am considering velocity of the body becomes 0. So, the maximum vertical distance travelled during this motion Here the body moving from point of projection to the certain height, certain region, point of projection to the certain region. What is this region? Where the velocity of the body becomes 0, that body reaches to this position. So, the distance between the initial position and final position is called maximum height. From the point of projection to the body reaches to the certain point. What is that point? That velocity at that position is 0. See here, here this is the body projected. So, reaches to certain height, reaches to certain height. From that point onwards, body moving downwards. That means the body temporarily comes to rest at that position, not permanently at rest, not permanently at rest. During the body is projected, see here at this position the body changes its direction. Changes its direction means body must be temporarily at rest. The temporary rest position I am considering. Only that position, the short interval of time we are considering. In that time, let us say the velocity of the body is 0. Where the velocity of the body is 0, that position is called maximum height. And the distance between the point of projection, distance between the point, this is the point of projection, and this is the velocity becomes 0. The distance between these two positions is called maximum height. Vertical distance, the maximum vertical distance, not horizontal, very important it is. The maximum vertical distance travelled, the maximum vertical distance travelled before its velocity becomes 0. The maximum vertical distance travelled before its velocity becomes 0, that is called as maximum height. The maximum vertical distance travelled before its velocity becomes 0. So, that means initial velocity is equals to u. What is the direction of motion of the body here? Vertically upwards. Vertically upwards means acceleration is equals to minus g, and distance travelled is equals to h. Let us say this is considered as h, and final velocity is equals to 0. At what position the velocity is 0, that position is called maximum height. That is why v equals to 0. Which equation we can use? By using these terms, which equation we can use? That is v square minus u square equals to 2as. 0 square minus u square equals to 2 minus g, s is h, minus u square equals to minus 2gh, minus minus gets cancelled. So, from this u square by 2g is equals to h. Therefore, maximum height formula is h is equals to u square by 2g. Same, these are those are the only 4 equations we can use here. No other equation involved here. So, that is maximum height formula is equals to u square by 2g. Maximum height formula is u square by 2g. And we know already we derived time of ascent is equals to u by g and time of descent is equals to under root 2h by g. We derived just now we derived this. So, that is equals to under root 2 by g into, in place of h what we can substitute? What we can substitute? U square by 2g. U square by 2g. 2 gets cancelled. Under root u square by g square. So, that is equals to u by g. Time of descent is equals to u by g. Of course, if the only height is mentioned in the problem, we can use time of descent is equals to under root 2h by g, and one more formula is u by g. So, what is the time of ascent here? U by g. Based on that, we can write time of ascent is equals to time of descent. Time of ascent is equals to time of descent. This condition is possible only in absence of air resistance. In absence of air resistance. Time of ascent is equals to time of ascent. That means the time taken to reach the maximum height must be equal to time taken to reach the ground from maximum height. These two conditions are equal. When these two are equal means in absence of air resistance. What is meant by air resistance? Air resistance. For example, we are moving on a vehicle, for example bike. Whatever it may be the direction we are traveling, air always opposes the motion. Whatever is the direction we are traveling, definitely air must opposes the motion. The opposition of air, that is called air resistance. So here also, if we are not considering that air resistance, then time of ascent is equals to time of descent. If we consider the air resistance, if we consider that flow of air, time of ascent does not equal to time of descent. Later we can discuss about those consideration of air resistance. Now we have to go through these simple terms. The time of ascent must be equal to time of descent in absence of air resistance or in vacuum. Vacuum means there is no medium, that is. So this is maximum height and time of ascent, time of descent. So here, and we know the terms, h is equals to u square by 2g and time of ascent is equals to u by g and time of descent is equals to u by g or under root 2h by g. If the height of the tower is mentioned, that means height reached by the body is mentioned, then time of ascent and time of descent both must be equal to under root 2h by g, because time of ascent is equals to time of descent. So these are the formulas. So here, what is g? Acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration due to gravity, g is same for all the planets. G value is same for all the planets? No. G value varies from one planet to another planet. G never be constant for any two planets. So for Earth's surface we are considering G is 9.8 or 10 meters per second square. On the moon, just we are considering the moon, on the surface of the moon, the value of G is 1 by 6 that of G on the surface of the earth. The value of G on the surface of the moon is 1 by 6th that of G on earth. So that means we are moving from planet, that means earth to the moon, acceleration to gravity changes. So that means for different planets the value of acceleration to gravity is different. No two planets having same acceleration due to gravity. So that is very important point. So that means, so from this h is equals to u square by 2g. So here if g is constant, so that means on the earth surface at a particular given place, because on the surface of the earth also from equator to the poles or poles to the equator g value changes. At poles the g value is maximum, at equator the g value is minimum. So that means from position to position. So that means on the surface of the earth also from position to position g value changes. So that's why if g is constant, then at a given place the value of g constant, that means h proportional to u square. At a given place, if the body is projected with different velocities, maximum height is also different. So for example, at this position, I am projecting this body with 10 meters per second, the body reaches to certain height. If you project this body with 20 meters per second, then the height of the body must be increased, because h proportional to u square. So from this, h1 by h2 can be written as u1 square by u2 square. Two different conditions, h1 by h2 is equals to u1 square by u2 square, because g is constant. Next condition, if u is constant, if velocity of projection is constant, on different planets, so h is inversely proportional to g. Here h equals to u square by 2g. If u remains constant in two different situations on the two different planets, on the surface of the earth, let us say on the surface of the moon, in both the cases velocity of projection, here also 10 meters per second, here also 10 meters per second. In both the situations, if u remains constant, then what happens to h? H is inversely proportional to g, because the g value changes from planet to planet. On the surface of the earth, g is 9.8. On the surface of the moon, the g is 9.8 by 6. 9.8 divided by 6. That's why g value changes. That's why height reached by the body also changes. So from this we can write h1 by h2 is equal to g2 by g1. h1 by h2 is equals to g2 by g1. That is the situation. Now, in the same situation, if h is constant, height reached by the body is constant in different situations. So from this we can write u square proportional to g. If the height reached by the body is constant in different situations, then we can write u square proportional to g. That means we can write it as u1 square by u2 square is equals to g1 by g2. So here h proportional to u square, h1 by h2 can be written as u1 square by u2 square, and here also u square proportional to g, u1 square by u2 square equals to g1 by g2, but h proportional to 1 by g, inversely proportional it is, that is why h1 by h2 is equals to g2 by g1. That means here if acceleration due to gravity is more, height reached by the body must be less. Acceleration to gravity is more, height reached by the body must be less. So this is the one concept. So how h equals to u square by g, how these values varies. If one quantity remains constant, if any one quantity remains constant, then we can build up the relation between remaining two quantities. So this one. So now in the same way, time of ascent is equals to u by g. Time of ascent is equals to u by g. That means time of ascent is directly proportional to u if g is constant. If g value is constant, time of ascent is directly proportional to u. That means t1 by t2 is equals to u1 by u2. If velocity is more, time is also more, directly proportional. If velocity is more, time is also more. Next, if u remains constant, then Ta proportional to 1 by g. If velocity of projection remains constant, time of ascent is inversely proportional to acceleration to gravity. time of ascent is inversely proportional to acceleration due to gravity. So that means from this we can write T1 by T2 is equals to G2 by G1, inversely proportional. So an example. So that is, sorry, 1 minute, before going to this, one more condition is, let us say, time of flight. Time of flight means the time taken by the body, to starts from the point of projection, to reach the maximum height and again reaches to the same point. The time taken by the body, to starts from point of projection to reaches to the maximum height and again reaches to the same point. The time interval between this is the time taken to travel this total path is called time of flight. The time taken by the body to reach the same point of projection. The time taken by the body to reach the same point of projection, that is called time of flight, or simply time of flight is nothing but the time of ascent plus time of descent. So time of flight is also considered as the time of ascent and the time of descent, the sum of time of ascent and time of descent, that is called time of flight. So in case of time of flight, see here, body projected upwards, reach the maximum height and again moving downwards and finally reaches to the same point of projection. Body starts from the ground, reaches to the maximum height and again reaches to the same point of projection The time interval between these two instants, is called time of flight. So in this situation, initial velocity is equals to u, and acceleration is equals to minus g. Why it is minus g? Initially in what direction we are moving? Initially we are moving in the upward direction, that's why acceleration is minus g. And what is the displacement of the body? Body starting from this position and finally reaches to this position, same point of projection. Body starting from the ground and finally reaches to the same point. What is the displacement? The displacement of the body is equal to 0 during time of flight. The displacement of the body is 0. During time of flight, the displacement of the body must be 0 because this is the point of projection and finally reaches to the same point. See here, this is the point of projection. Body starts and reaches to the same point. At what position we are projecting, that body reaches to certain height and again reaches to the same point. Starting point and ending point must be same. That's why displacement is equals to 0. So from equation, S is equals to ut plus half at square. S is equals to 0, ut plus half a is minus g into t square. So 0 is equals to ut minus half gt square. This comes to this side. Half gt square is equals to ut. One t gets cancelled. Here it is t square and it is t. So here gt is equals to 2u, t is equals to 2u by g. This is time of flight. Gt is equals to 2u. This is 2u. So, time of flight is equals to 2u by g, or simply we can write it as time of flight is equals to time of ascent plus time of descent. Time of ascent is u by g, time of descent is also u by g, that is 2u by g. Both we can consider. So, this is the condition. Time of flight, the time taken by the body to reach the same point of projection. When the body projected upwards, the time taken by the body to reach the same point of projection is called time of flight. So, during the time of flight, displacement is equals to 0 because it is the closed path. It is the closed path. That is why the displacement is equals to 0. So, time of flight is equals to 2u by g. Time of flight is equals to 2u by g. That is why Ta plus Td, u by g plus u by g, the time of flight is equals to 2u by g. This is the time of flight situation. This one or this one, any one we can consider. Both are right. So, let us do one example problems. If a body projected with velocity, let us say 40 meters per second, body projected with velocity 40 meters per second, find maximum height, time of ascent, time of descent and the time of flight. Body projected with velocity of 40 meters per second, find the maximum height, time of ascent, time of descent and time of flight. So, only one given, that is u is equals to 40 meters per second. That is the only one quantity is given in the problem. So, maximum height formula, h max is equals to, we know that formula u square by 2g. Maximum height formula is u square by 2g. U square 40 square by 2 into g is, let us say 10. So, 40 into 40 divided by 20. 22s are 42s are 80 meters. Maximum height is equals to u square by 2g, that is 40 whole square by 2g. G is 10 or 9.8. For simple way of calculation, we can consider it is 10. So, 40 into 40 by 20, that is 80 meters. Next, time of ascent. Time of ascent formula, u by g. U is 40 divided by g is 10, that is 4 seconds. Time of ascent is 4 seconds. In the same way, time of descent, again it is u by g, that is 40 by 10, that is equals to 4 seconds only, same. Time of ascent must be equal to time of descent. Next, time of flights, 2 into u by g. Time of flight formula is 2 into u by g. So, 2 into u is 40 divided by 10, 8 seconds. Or time of flight can be written as time of ascent plus time of descent. 4 plus 4, 8 seconds. This is one. Body projected with velocity 40 meters per second, find maximum height, time of ascent, time of descent and time of flight. Next. So next one more model. If a body projected upwards with certain velocity, if a body projected upwards with certain velocity, so that the height reached by the body is the height reached by the body is 80 meters. The height reached by the body is 80 meters, or let us say 45 meters. The height reached by the body is 45 meters. Find velocity of projection, time of ascent, time of descent, and time of flight. Body projected upwards with a velocity, so that the height reached by the body is 45 meters. Now we can calculate velocity of projection, time of ascent, time of descent, time of flight. Here the only given quantity is only one, h equals to 45 meters. This is the only given quantity. There is no other quantity given in this. So first we have to calculate velocity of projection, and we know maximum height formula, h is equals to u square by 2g. But what is the height given? 45. U square by 2 into g is considered as 10. So 45 into 20 is equals to u square. So u square is equals to 45 to is 90, 900. So u is equals to under root 900. Therefore u is equals to 30. So velocity of projection based on this is equals to 30. 30 into 30, 900. So this is the velocity of projection. So the given quantity is height reached by the body, that is 45 meters. So that is h equals to u square by 2g. 45 equals to u square by 2 into g is 10. So that's why u is equals to 30 meters per second. 30 meters per second. Now we have to calculate time of ascent, time of descent, time of flight. So time of ascent, let us say time of ascent. So time of ascent formula is u by g, and we got u is equals to 30, g is 10, that is equals to 3 seconds. In the same way, time of descent, Td is equals to again u by g. So again 30 by 10, 3 seconds. And time of flight is equals to 2u by g. 2 into 30 by g is 10, that is 6 seconds. Okay, this is time of ascent, time of descent, time of flight. After calculating the velocity of projection, we calculated here. For example, without calculating this velocity, if the only height is mentioned, here the velocity of projection is not mentioned in the problem. Velocity of projection is not mentioned in the problem. Then how can we calculate time of ascent, time of descent, time of flight? Without knowing this velocity also we can calculate that. So according to the condition, time of descent formula is under root 2h by g. If the height is mentioned in the problem, time of descent formula is under root 2h by g. So that is equals to under root 2h is 45, g is 10. So that is 90 by 10. So root 9. that is equals to 3 seconds. Same value we can get. And after calculating this, we know time of ascent is equal to time of descent. So time of ascent is 3 seconds, then time of ascent is also 3 seconds, and the time of flight, time of ascent plus time of descent, 6 seconds, like that. So here without knowing the velocity also we can calculate time of descent directly, under root 2h by g. We know the height, then directly we can calculate under root 2h by g. Without knowing the height, not possible. So that is the condition.